happened last time. I just want to take things behind me. Hi there. This is Kimberly Coon with oursharespace.com, super unity podcasting community. And if you know me, you know that my brand is about going live, unedited, unscripted, just fast, fun, free, be myself, transparent, hashtag be the best version of yourself, be elevated, have integrity. Everything that I'm trying to do has been an evolution since about March of 2019. On January 25th, 19, my beautiful, my only son, Joshua Scott Harbison, passed away of an extremely rare cancer called Synomial Sarcoma. And he was such an inspiration at the age of 29 to so many people that I decided to do something and keep going with what he had started, you know. So basically, my qualifications are this. My name is Kimberly Ann Coon. I just turned 54 on the 17th of February. I'm Aquarius. I'm a fire horse. China, India, you know what I'm talking about. I actually wrote a blog about it. One of the greatest, probably is the greatest genocide, is people born the year of the fire horse, which is every 60 years. It's going to happen again in I don't even know where. So it's 2026. Yes. 2026 is the year of the fire horse. It's supposed to, excuse me, supposed to be an inauspicious, oh shoot, I can't remember if it's auspicious or inauspicious, and I'm too lazy to look it up. But basically, what happened is somebody wrote a novel centuries and centuries ago in Asia somewhere. And in that novel, it was something like Lady Chatterley's Lover, where the woman, you know what I mean, cuckolded the man and made an ass out of him. And because of that, on the strength of that stupid novel, they decided that any girl, especially born in the year of the fire horse, was incredibly dangerous. And the boys too. It's considered extremely bad luck to have a child of that year. Look at the census in 1966, you'll see. They think that all the qualities of the fire horse, which I like and I am, are like just supercharged and 1,000 times more. And especially women have the power to, you know, take over or whatever the men back then didn't want them to do. But obviously that, what do you call it? You know, Asia, China, all of that is extremely old culture. And for this prophecy to keep living on, they truly believe it. I mean, they're having abortions back before, you know, or leaving their children on hillsides or putting needles in their heads, you know, hiding their pregnancies if they got pregnant that year. So, I mean, they take this damn seriously. It's in all Asia, Indonesia, and India. Huge. Hundreds of millions. I mean, who knows? Who could possibly guess? I mean, you could do the census of the year before and make an educated mathematical equation to it, but nobody knows about it. Why doesn't anybody know about it, guys? I know, because it's about women. Who gives a shit, right? We're only half the planet. So, sorry about that, children. I wasn't supposed to say shit. What else? Oh, and then I have a IQ of 163, which is actually higher than Einstein. And the genius and bipolar gene are connected, and I happen to have both. So I get huge surges of chemicals. You know what I mean? When I go on my manic manias. And then add on to that menopause. So I've got the whole hormonal thing. It kind of calms me down, got me more focused and clear. And also with age, you give maturity. And my whole life, I have been I come from a family of very much overachievers, more type A, elite athletes, that kind of thing. And I always would take an interest in something and get obsessive about it for a while, do it till I didn't need to do it anymore and move on. And everybody was like, why can't you just settle down to one thing? Why can't I? And now I realize at the age of I realize it's at 53, but the age of 53, I realized that my career path, my passion, my thing in life was to be the person to learn a lot. I mean, a little about a lot of things, because the way my brain synapses works, I jump and put things together in ways nobody can possibly predict. I don't know what's happening. It's flowing through me. I go with it. If you're familiar with the Aquarian, sorry, I'm looking for notes here. I don't know why. If you're familiar with Aquarians, we're very intellectual in our heads. I would say we're animal too. Like in the span of life, we're 60 to 75, something like that. So we are at our wisest without being like, kind of. I don't want to say anything bad, so I'm not going to say anything. It's a very wise sign. It's a humanitarian sign. It's a very independent sign. It's a very honest sign. It's a very confused. I'm not confused. We're confusing to most of the other signs because of, again, our kind of multi talents, and I don't know. We just don't act the way we just don't act like that. We don't, we can easily leave if you know what I mean. If somebody is disrespectful, crosses the line, this and that, whatever. We do have, forgiveness and this and that, but too much, we're gone, and we're gone for good. And that's it. That's what it is. That's what happens. I find that Scorpios, especially the males, they're very intellectual, and they're on the opposite side. They're very much like us, except Scorpios have their motivation is a little shystery. They're not pure motives. They're about other things. They're sneaky, and, so when you are one way, you project that onto other people. So they tend to think that other people that know stuff like they do are also underhanded and have some, backroom deal going, or something's going on. It's just, but Aquarians really are just, we're in the moment. We live in the moment. We're not, I always love to say this, regret and guilt are luxuries we can't afford. Trying to force us into doing anything that we don't want to do, not a good idea. Doesn't happen, won't happen. We have no problem saying no. We have no problem leaving. We have no problem really just doing what we want to do. I don't know a lot of Aquarian men, but what I do know about them is that I feel comfortable when I'm around them. I always feel like women are more intuitive, and I could be completely wrong. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's just been my experience that the women are very intuitive and psychic, have foreknowledge of things, premonitions, all that. And it goes back down to the whole, we're all animals. And when there's a fire or an earthquake or something's going to happen, animals know beforehand. And I've read reports that we know, because we're all interconnected on a molecular, energetic thing. We're all nothing's ever touching anything, not even I'm not going to go off on just a fun thing, but we're bouncing off of everything. So we're feeling it now, whether you're open to the signs, you're trying to be logical and deny it, or your religion forbids it, or your parents something or another, or whatever. Aquarians are their own masters. You know what I'm saying? They guide themselves. They don't, like, we might say, if we were doing research, we might ask opinion, this, and this, take it all in, and then make our own opinion. We're definitely not sheep. We're not followers. And many, many, many people are either completely enthralled because they feel safe near us, or because they're more controlling, they're completely, infuriated. And I don't know. So after my son passed away, and I have to say this too, that was my first major, major death ever in my life. And I went 53 years without having to experience it. So I was sedated. I was on CBD oil and laid there and watched Netflix for months and months, and it was stupid. Nothing got handled, nothing, whatever. And that was more the traditional way of mourning. My baby boy was connected to me at the hip from, the first moment. I'm going to get a tattoo that says from first heartbeat to last, Yeah, he just wanted to be near me no matter what. You could give him the best toys and this and that. He could care less. He'd rather just be just with me. And I've always been wild and definitely undisciplined, but I don't live by a schedule at all. When people have these plans, I think it's funny. I don't do that. I live in the moment. I don't know where I'm going to be an hour from now. I'll tell you the truth. I don't even know what time it is. It's only in the morning. Huh. Because I'm just open to the creativity, the things that are flowing through me. And I go with that. And, and that's what happens. And it's it all means something. It's all, it's the tapestry is coming together. And I think we may have a better grip, or we're so unfiltered that we don't give, we're like, okay, I have to say this though, when I was younger, God, so much I could say. When I was younger, I was a mean girl. I was a gossipy girl. I broke a lot of hearts. Nothing like who I am today. But the thing that I do like about myself is that I learn, I grow, and I evolve. I also, whatever I learn, I try to teach others. You notice there's a lot of people that they want to hoard what they know because they're afraid they're going to lose their job or whatever. And Aquarians, they embrace change. It's all about change. The world's just constantly changing. And fear and control and all of that is impossible. It's an impossibility. So let go. Go with the river. You're not going to stop it. It is what it is. And for goodness sakes, every single relationship is going to end up bad. Okay? Whether it's a breakup, whether it's death, whether it's whatever. There's no way out. So, isn't that a relief? If you don't sit there and worry about that, then who gives a shit? Again, I said shit, sorry. I watch I just see all the people that put all the energy into these ridiculous, silly relationships, cheating and the dishonesty and the blah, 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 blah. It's like, damn. Are you addicted to the, probably, the drama, right? And I think just from my children is the only one I feel complete in love with, is when you're in love with them, you want them to be happy. It's not about your happiness. It's about their happiness, correct? I mean, you have to be happy or you're not functioning. So that doesn't help anybody. But what I'm saying is you take one for the team for sure. And yeah, no, I've never, ever felt that way about any kind of gentleman. So I've had a lot of relationships, long ones. I went through this whole, it was the 90s, my very first boyfriend I had for like 8 years. And he probably was like because he was the greatest boyfriend and we did all the things right and la, 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 la. And he had the hormones going and this, that, blah, blah, blah. So I had all that. But when I turned 21, I was all, that was just my first try. So I wonder what would really happen. And then I kind of went on a fact-finding mission, if you will. And I never cheated on anybody or anything like that. I just try them on all different kinds. Try them on like cats for about 3 months. And I'd be like, nope, nah, because I don't want to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my time in misery. So when I met Joshua's dad, though, he was a funny guy. And funny is very good. I always like light eyes too. That's important to me. So he and I got together and we purposely in love, tried to have a baby, and it took like a year and a half to have Josh. This is when I'm like in my early 20s, So, and we're very, what is that? Oh, jeez, I'm so tired. We're a very easy to get impregnate family. So that was cool. And I got pregnant with him, I know when, it was on Christmas Eve. And I went to visit my girlfriend Suzanne in San Francisco. And we went to the wharf. And I remember she got this little dog that would sit on your shoulder, and you pay the guy $5 just for you to take your own picture of that dog sitting there. I remember it was adorable though. But then we're like, where's all the people? It was Sunday. And then all of a sudden people just came pouring out everywhere. And it turned out that was when San Francisco won the Super Bowl. So I was there when that happened, and I was in the middle of that huge of energy. And that was life-changing. That camaraderie, that connection with intention, that happens during like tsunamis or whatever, with just the greatness. I mean, in concerts, and I think that's why sporting events, you get all that connection. And that's what I'm about. I'm about connection. I have been growing and evolving this whole year. I weighed 182 pounds, if you can believe that, in March. And I started driving for DoorDash because they promised that I would make $500 to $700 a week. I could work my own hours. I could drive around, do what the hell I wanted to do. And I was like, yeah, that sounds all right. And I get out of the house. So, excuse me. Now, I have a degree in journalism, marketing, and communications. I was one of the first women on the internet in Vegas. Straight out of college, I was working as a journalist. And one of my first assignments, because I love to research, of course, was to find out about the internet, or they called it the information superhighway, like the stupidest name ever. Who came up with that? I wonder. Yeah, that's bad. It's really bad. And so I had to break it all down to web hosting and website building and email, and just all the little parts. And I just fell in love with it. And one of my interviews was with the owner of Vegas.com when it was privately owned. And his name was Carrie Rogers. And he was the first truly visionary genius I've ever met. And he got it. He understood the freaking potential of the internet. And he had us doing some crazy stuff. And this is how I feel like the DoorDash guy is, who's a scumbag, who was stealing all the tips, stealing my tips. Very quickly. What he would do is guarantee his algorithms. That's the thing, people. Algorithms and pay models, blah, blah, blah. These mega corporations come up with this bullshit. It's unregulated. They change it whenever they like. Nobody understands it. And on top of it, they shut your site down whenever they feel like it. Facebook, they've shut me down probably 50 times for a few days. Delete my statistics, take out some shit here and there. It's very big brotherish. They, I'll tell you another time about the stalker, but they are not secure. Your businesses are not secure. They can go in through Messenger. And then on top of it, Facebook. You know how many people live on this planet? What, like 8 billion, right? But huge corporations like Facebook can't what? Hire like a real live person for customer support. So you're entrusting your businesses, your families, your privacy, your everything to a frequently asked question. You don't get a hold of anybody. It's like, are you kidding me? Or you get to send them an email, and in 24 hours they'll respond. I got stalked. I have it all on film, documented, blah, 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 by this weirdo. Hashtag Jeffrey Konowalski stalker. You ever have a stalker? Hashtag the fudge out of him or her. Label him or her a stalker. Write about it. Write your proof. All hangs together, catches on, outstalk them. You know what I mean? And don't let anybody take away your power. Bottom line, this is for my daughters. Bottom line, if somebody's going to get you, they're going to find you no matter how hard you try, no matter where you hide, no matter what, if somebody really wants to. So you cannot not quit living and just hide because of that fear. Don't do it. Do not give into it. Never. You know? And you guys are flipping phenomenally smart. The hashtag is brilliant. Somebody's sending me something, but I can't read it because my glasses are off. Yeah. So I hashtagged the hell out of him, sent it to everybody he worked for. I didn't do anything illegal. I put up his information because it was in the white pages and on this and that. Just made a copy, snapshotted it. Hashtag boom, 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 boom. To his mom, to his friends at work, to everyone. Everyone knew what he was doing. Everyone saw the evidence. I think it was the Detroit News even sent me a message saying, thank you. That's a great idea. Because I went to the usual channels. I went to the police. It's not like they didn't want to help. They actually can't help until something physically happens, which is insane. And what had happened is I had reported him 6 times in 1 week. 6 times to that stupid frequently asked, did you block him, unfriend him, blah, 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 blah. Report him and I've reported for harassment, for every single thing. 6 times, he got right back in. And this guy is no rocket scientist. He's a fucking rube. That's how wide open the back of Facebook is. And 6 weeks later, 6 weeks, I had to handle this all myself. I get a automated answer saying, thank you for, we have looked into the matter and it is all settled. It's all taken care of. You are fine. Bam, that's it. Do I believe that for a second? No. How are they getting away with it? How are you guys letting them get away with it? On top of it, they kept taking my site down. Taking my site down like I was doing something. But what had set me off was he had gotten into my Apple phone, my iPhone, which is supposed to be impossible. You tell me. Into the reminder thing, which I didn't even know I had. It popped up, the number 1. I clicked in, and it said, again, hashtag Jeffrey Konowalski stalker, but without the stalker, is visiting Kimberly Coon at 9 a.m. or something. I don't remember what the time was. And it had the address. And then you could see that he had been following me through Google Maps or something where I'd been. I was like, what the devil? All right. Suddenly now my family is threatened. This is real threat. And like I said, I called the police. I called this, I called that. Nobody's helping me. Nobody. So I went online. That's the first time when I went. No, I mean, I'd been online live before, but with a problem. And most people were great. They kind of said the same thing about the police, this and this and this and this. You know, nobody knows. There was a few shamers, and I say shame on them, and bullies. I'll leave the poor guy alone. Give me a break. Somebody knows where you live, or perhaps maybe where your child lives. Are you going to sit back and give that person a break? Or are you going to be a parent, a fierce parent, and protect your child? You know, I'm not a pushover. I'm not a victim. That's for sure. So that was quite a affair. That's for sure. And I handled it with myself and with you guys. And we really bonded. And the loyal people that were with me back then from LV Delivery Wars, because with DoorDash after that, I said, you know what? With all the corporate downsizing, all the tech replacing people, it doesn't add up. Mathematically, it's impossible to feed 8 billion people when there's no jobs. There is no security. They are downsizing, closing banks. I mean, look at the indicators. I don't care what they say on their little charts, because I'm the queen of analytics, of marketing and all that. And I can read the exact same thing and have completely two different stories that contradict each other. It's the way you word it. That's it. So don't believe those things. Take a real look around. Take a look at what's happening. Look around. And you'll see most people are just a few months away from homelessness. In Vegas, there's never been so many homeless people. And what's sickening is, with that amount, there has never been less support for them. Regular people are they put themselves there. You know what? Wow. Gave you the right to judge. Did you get every story? I mean, I don't know. Where'd you come up with that one? You know? Because in 6 months, when they decide to close your department down, and you've got a mortgage and 3 car payments and this and that and blah, 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 what are you going to live on? What are you going to do? Or what happens if you suddenly get ill and you can't work for 3 months and you don't pay your rent and you get evicted, and then the hospital evicts you because they can't have you there anymore either? Where do you go? What are you going to do? And then, well, you know, those pesky tourists, they don't like seeing homeless people. So our homeless people are forced to march along in this fucking zombie march where they're, I said that word, I'm sorry, where they're not allowed to go to the bathroom. They're locked out. They don't give them water. They don't give them food. They don't give them a place to sleep. They're not even allowed to sit and have a conversation and congregate. They just passed that law. However, if you have a dog that you don't feed, water, let go to the bathroom, or sleep, you'll go to jail. But not for a person. What's that about, people? It's insane. They have those tent cities, and they come along, literally, and give them 5 minutes to run for it, and they just take a garbage trucks and just scoop all their shit up and throw it away. And now these people have nothing, and they had to wander on again. And you're wondering about crime and addiction and this and that. I mean, good Lord. What do you think? I mean, if that happened to you, what would you do? What would you do? You know, have some compassion, have some charity. Oh, I do have live chat. Sorry, I just looked. Now, you know what? Oh, there's somebody here. I didn't invite anybody because the last time I tried that, I don't know what happened. So anyway, okay. So everything's been evolving. I went back to my journalistic roots because I was so disgusted with how bad the DoorDash software literally was. I got an expense account, a software called Everlens. I tracked everything, and not including my time, which was like 12 hours a day in the heat of Las Vegas, wear and tear on my car, etc. I was negative $500. And again, no support, FAQ, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Give people jobs. Come on. And I was just so disgusted with it that I had to turn it into, change my perspective. And that's when I undercover stuff for, I do undercover, like articles or broadcasts, doing podcasts now, to review different texts, and the first one is called LV Delivery Wars for the driver apps, DoorDash, Uber Eats. That's about as far as I got. No, I mean, I signed up for other ones, but I didn't, like I said, I move on. And then I went to dating apps, Match.com, and that's been actually a lot better than you'd think. As far as the cost isn't that much, I totally recommend you get the coach, talk to that coach. He'll change your whole freaking experience. I mean, I was on it for like 3 months and I barely had anybody even talk to me. And so she started talking to me, and as you can see, I like to talk a lot. And so she's basically, let's just do it to bullet points. Here's what you need to know: A, B, C, D, E, F. Don't lie. Use current photos and use good photos, not in the men are the really the horrible ones at this. Wearing the stupid baseball hats. Take off the flippin' baseball hats. Wearing sunglasses. Take off the sunglasses. In the bathroom mirror or in their car. It's like, go outside or put a timer on your, you know what I mean? Or go get a real picture. I mean, if you're really looking for your soulmate, how much are you going to put into it? And when I see somebody that is too lazy to take a decent picture, that is nobody I want to have anything to do with. Look at it. I would say 75% of the male photos. Now, this is probably going to be men 45 to, I don't know, 55, 60. They need to get over it and do the right thing. I mean, you guys should be retired or close to it. You should have money. Don't be chintzy on that. It's stupid. What else? So she said, for me, because I had this little really glamorous picture, and she said, I got to take that picture down. I'm like, why? It's a really good picture. And she said, no. It's too daunting. You know what I mean? It makes you, she used the word, I think, goddess. Like you look like a goddess, and it scares guys off. It's too much. So since she picked kind of a goofy one, okay. And I swear to God, and then she did like a free boost, and I had like 40 emails within an hour and a half. It was bizarre. But to date, still, I have met some, and then the other thing is this, I got two more things to say. First of all, when you text, you like, sorry, you know how men are, they don't like to talk or something. So you go, hello, my name is Kimberly. I couldn't help notice that we both like going to movies. What's the last movie you saw? And leave. 3 sentences, 3 questions, that's it, boom, and out. That's not my style, but I did it, and it totally worked. And I'm just like, the kind of guy that's attracted to that is probably not the kind of guy I like anyway. But, whatever. Another thing is honesty. Guys with I'm not just saying guys, but that's what I've noticed. The guys with the multiple accounts, different ages, different names, all that. Come on. Silly. So stupid. So that's a dishonest mofo. Then you have the people, just have the respect. If you don't want to, and aren't interested, if you're having a text dialogue, have the respect to say, you know what, I'm not interested. Have a nice life. Good luck to you. Just both ways. Have that respect. And I think that's extremely important. And then she said the 3 H's. Dun, dun, dun. Number 1, H. Head. Head is that you have similar goals and values as far as where you want to live. Do you want to have children? You know what I mean? The lifestyle things, all of that. You obviously, somebody like me isn't going to be with a reverend, say. Second is the heart. And by the heart, they mean someone that you just love to hang out with. Go anywhere, do anything, just hang out. Do laundry. Doesn't matter. You don't have to sit there and, plan a helicopter ride to San Francisco to watch Phantom of the Opera. You don't have to do that. Just somebody you like, that you genuinely like. And then the third H, of course, is heat. And that's the chemical attraction. Chemistry. If you have that chemistry with them. She goes, give it 3 dates. If you don't feel all 3, move on. Have the nice, polite, I'm just not interested text. And tra-la-la, move on to the next. So I was kind of doing that in the 90s, just without the internet. And then, so that's that. As far as actual dates, I one this whole time. I mean, a lot of it's my fault because I work so much and I get distracted and I totally forget when there's like a decent person. And then I'm also, because I'm doing this as a review, I'm reviewing the app. I'm not trying to make a fool out of the gentleman, but I'm not even thinking like that might hurt their feelings. You know what I'm saying? That's an Aquarius thing, by the way. But I'm thinking it from a reporter's point of view, let's get the facts and this and that. And we want to make it safe, safety tips, blah, 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 this and that, things to watch out for, blah, blah, blah. That's how I'm thinking. And so I think because of that, I kind of keep my distance from really super nice guys because, I don't want to hurt anybody. And as far as the whole relationship thing, I don't know. I don't know where I'm at. I'm definitely not a 3H'er. So. I probably could do some hanging out and having fun. I could do some hard shit. Yeah, that would be cool. Absolutely. And for the really right guy, I could do the heat thing, but I'm not going to waste my time on. You know what I mean? And then the other thing is this. And y'all gonna have this happen someday. You might as well hear it now. The older I get, I mean, I'm a young old person. You know, old anyway. I'm 54, but I don't look it, and I don't act it, and I don't feel it. I have a lot of energy, and I am so not used to people my age looking the way they do. You know, not all of them, of course, or anything, but a good portion. And I'm just like, what the hell happened? You know? So I'm still thinking with probably a 40-year-old vagina. Yeah, I said it. Ooh. And you know what I'm saying? I just want, I just, So I did have one date actually with somebody, and who was he a musician? Not a magician, musician. I think he was. Or he had a picture of a guitar or something. But he was like a mountain climber, great body. And so we had like a 24-hour texting, and it's all like in our share space. Of very much like chemistry attraction. And so I was like, right on, because I didn't expect that at all. And that was the first time since, well, I had an encounter, but I'm not going to talk about that. Not a Match.com encounter, though. Anyway, so we made plans to go to dinner, and I lived in Summerlin, and he decided to drive all the way up there. And I was like, we can go another day or meet someplace else or whatever, you know. But if I'm going to dinner, I'm having salmon and mashed potatoes and some asparagus or something, you know. And so anyway, I am notoriously late because I have no concept of time. And but I had told him this before, and he had disappeared. Like, you know, we were talking, and then he was supposed to call me, and he didn't call me for 3 or 4 hours. So it's like after 4 in the afternoon. So I didn't even know if we were still going out. So I was just doing my own thing. And then he finally called, and I was like, and he's like, meet me at 5:30 or so. And I'm like, what the shit? You know, I'm like, we could do this another time. No. I really want to meet you. So I'm like, great. And so I had to take a shower, and, you know, I'm recording this for you guys, for everybody, and for my safety too. And I had no time, like, even to put makeup on or anything. And then I did a final checklist, you know, before you leave your house. Make sure everybody knows who you are, your phone's on so they can find you. You have this, blah, 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 on and on, money, your own car, blah, blah. I mean, I'm like really trying to, you know, make it as safe as it can be for you. And so about 5:25, he starts blowing up my phone. And again, if you know anything about Aquarius, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't blow up phones. Oh, good Lord. I mean, we might blow up phones, but it's only because we're not like, where are you? We're not like that. We're like, I have something so important to tell you. Blah, 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 blah. That's what it is. And that's a far cry different than, where are you? Demanding, I control freak, that kind of thing. I hate it. So that was a red flag. That was a red flag. But I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm still going to give it a shot. And I wasn't that, I mean, I was like the earliest of any date. I was 3 hours late on the one date I did go on. And he said I was the worst date ever. And he was absolutely right, because what had happened is I got lost in the bowels of Vegas. And that's when I learned the whole going live to save your life. Yeah, because I got completely lost. And it was scary. it wasn't really scary. It was adventurous, but it should have been scary for me. But I turned my thing on live, and anybody that was potentially dangerous, I was like, hey, we're on live for the whole world. And everybody loves being on camera for the most part. So that adventure ended up being one of my highest, shot me up. You know, you get these plateaus, and then boom, something shoots you up, and that's what you get. And anyway, it took me 3 hours. And then all I did was, of course, talk about myself because I was so excited about what I learned. So I was the worst. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But I own it. I know it. I apologize. Nothing I can do. It is what it is, you know. And so this guy that started blowing up my phone, you know, I get, and then where I live is like where I did live, I should say, is on the edge of so the internet's like very spotty, and I wasn't getting the messages fast too. So I go to the place he wanted to go, the restaurant, and it's filled with all these old couples. I mean, completely like filled to capacity with all these old couples. And I wrote him just a cute, funny text saying, "Are you older than your pictures? Because I don't see you anywhere." And then he goes, "Oh, he's like, fucking, if anything, I look better than those pictures." And I fucking started using the F-bomb right and left. Anger out of nowhere. And he was saying how he was projecting some issues, I don't know what, on me that he felt about himself. Like I was calling him a piece of shit and blah, blah, blah. And I went, oh my God, what a weirdo. And you guys are all, you know, watching it and we're going, holy shit. But I thought it was a great, again, teaching lesson because, you know, as a younger girl, hornier girl, you might have said, oh, well, I was late and put up with it. But I'm telling you, somebody rears that kind of ugly that fast, that's an abusive person. You want to run head for the hills and fucking get in that shit. So he ended up going to a different restaurant, and I didn't get that text for like 5 minutes. And then I saw it. And then, of course, I was going live with you guys. But I sent him a video, and I apologized, which I never do. But I was like, you know what? I'm just trying to give it a shot, give him the benefit of the doubt. And I apologized to him in a cute little video. And then he sent me something back saying, you know, the F words 28 times. And he left. He ditched me. And I'm serious, I think it was 20 minutes altogether late. And I was all like, yes, bullet dodged. So what a jackass, right? And what would you say at that point when somebody's cussing at you? Oh, but then the finest thing. So what I liked is that I could put it out there to all you lovely women and men. You don't need to put up with that. Don't put up with that. You feel a red flag. I'm trying to say this is a black flag. Trust your gut and go with it. Don't settle. You're worth so much more than that. And then 6:30 the next morning, that pig, whatever he is, had the nerve to text me, wake me up. I was probably awake, but you know what I mean? He didn't know that. To say, invite me over to your house because he wanted to do something to my lady parts. Like I was going to have him over and spread my legs for him. Ugh, gross. So that was my dating adventure. I went to a live event that wasn't through Match.com. And I met this really, really nice, sweet, gorgeous gentleman. And he's the Aquarius. His birthday is the day before mine. And he was just sweet in every way. we had like, I put him on live, showed everybody because he was so handsome. And anyway, and then I went out of town to be with my girls, and he was texting me while I was out of town, just saying he had a good time meeting me, blah, 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 and da, da, da. Which I totally love. I love that kind of confidence, And so when I got back, we're like, there was no silliness, no, what should I wait? It was very, very, very civilized and easy. And that's what it should be, I think. And so we went to dinner, or I went to dinner. He'd already eaten, but at this nice place. And we had like a 3-hour dinner, but it wasn't like a sexual thing at all. It was a comfort. It was more the heart and the head. I'm not the head. Heart meaning, I'm not saying love. I'm saying fun, comfortable hanging out and talking and hearing what he had to say and him listening to what I had to say, and getting each other. So yeah, that was very lovely. I had a lovely time. I had a fantastic dinner, and I felt all warm and yummy. And so I posted that, and I called him a unicorn, because does that ever happen? I mean, everybody I ever go out with, somebody I met at work or in a bar or when I was drunk, school, something. It's hard to just meet somebody just organically. That's why these dating sites are so important, I guess. And to meet him at a really good, at the Waldorf Astoria, Entrepreneur Magazine event, that was awesome. I mean, it was like, woo. So that was fun. And but anyway, it as it turns out, he has a child and a girlfriend. I think they live in Denver. And but hopefully when he comes back, because he has a product that my son would really, really have benefited from. And it's I don't know if you guys know who the king of pot is. He's very popular, very, very popular. I don't know what he's. I don't know. Celebrity, might be a podcaster. I'm not quite sure what he is. But that guy, the king of pot, has my exact birthday, which is funny. And what he does is, using the 23andMe genetic DNA code. Each person has their own genetic code. They specially formulate an exact combination of ingredients to complement your genes where they're weak, and that sort of thing, to elevate you to the highest level of health and stuff. I mean, shit, maybe that stuff can do something about curing cancer. I'm very convinced that if we all stop this hating each other and bullying and just hating and connect with positive intention, we can, what I mean? Clear the cells out, clean the cells out, take it out. I know we can. I'm absolutely certain. But my mom was a nurse, and she said that that's not the business of medicine. The business of medicine is trying not to kill somebody, but definitely keeping them alive for a very long time where they need to take medicine and have to see doctors. Makes sense. So I'm sick of corporations. I'm sick of greed. I'm sick of everything being motivated by greed, power, and sex. I'm tired of white 2% of the men or whatever ruling everything, making all the laws, and being jerks just because people have different amounts of melatonin or vaginas. I'm tired of that. So what I have evolved into is our share space, unity community. And what I've been trying to do is figure out how to create revenue streams, multiple revenue streams. And that's what I've been working on all year long. I don't know if this makes sense to you. I hope it does. My family doesn't understand it, but I'm constantly checking analytics and surges and market trends and this and that and blah, 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 and trying all the different, income streams like YouTube and, whatever. And by far, podcasting is an immediate win. Through this whole adventure, just armed with just a half-broken iPhone, and my grief. I tried to stay ahead of my grief. I got over 20,000 followers on Facebook that are extremely loyal, and Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, I don't know. And, and then my oursharespace.com is its own independent, secure site, not connected to any of those, so they can't change algorithms and blah, 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 all the bullshit that they do. We're our own little island, if you will. And it's about synergy, positive energy, harmony, unity, connection, correction, safety, charity. I mean, just the best of humanity, the best of the best. That's who is invited. That's who we want. Nobody else. If your thing's about greed, you're not welcome. If your thing's about sexual perversions, you are not welcome. If your thing's about if you're power mad, you're not welcome. None of that. No ugliness. This is about intention. And men, you've been running the world for way too long. Look at the mess you got us into. It's time, I think, the ladies have a shot at it. I'm not just saying all ladies. Of course, there's crossovers everywhere. But in my, again, research, and you can check it out yourself, men are still motivated for the most part by the sex, power, greed. It's funny about the sex. Why are they so addicted to it when they get not that old, they freaking lose it, Yeah, I'm making fun of you. You know what I'm saying? They had it when they were young. They were completely horny, hormonal animals, and they should have freaking did what they needed to do, kindly as possible, as honestly, and protect, have safe sex, I guess, but fuck, get it out of your system. Do what you got to do, man. Use it before you lose it. When you hear some people don't need that. I'm just saying a lot of them do. I would say by far the majority did. And then women, we are hormonal when we were young, but it's more about having the babies. Once we have the babies, then we're like, we love these babies. These guys, kind of annoy the shit out of me. How many times, men, and be honest here, have you been with somebody a long time and you could tell they hate your guts? They just hate your guts. They want you to die. They just can't wait to cash in on that insurance policy or something. There is no heart. They don't enjoy being with you. I'm not saying everybody, of course, but a huge percentage. Why stay in that? Who says? That's another big quote of mine. Who says? Why do I have to do that? Who says? What? Some what? What? Henry VIII, 400 years ago, came up with a bogus religion so he could screw somebody and get, you know what I mean? Come on. I don't respect that. No. Ask everybody, what is their motivation? What is your motivation behind everything you do? Let that guide you. Do the research. I know the internet is filled with a bunch of whatever, but it also is filled with a lot of great information. And that's just the way it is. And you're going to have to go through a bunch of stuff and figure out for yourself what you want to believe. But don't blindly do it because somebody tells you to. That's stupid. Hashtag stupid, stupid, stupid. So my oursharespace.com Unity community is going to concentrate on podcasting at first. Everybody's going to have their own little plot of land, when I figure out what obviously I'm going to get paid something, right? I've done all this work, paid for it, my heart and my brain and everything into it. So I will get a percentage or something, but I'm going to be transparent about what my pay model is. And I'm going to do interviews live with you, with different economists and financial people or whatever, to come up with a fair pay model and algorithm of what's going to go down with my thing. And believe me, I'm not going to have $110 billion and you have 20,000 a year. That's not ever going to happen. So, and it just boils down to this. I've gathered 20,000 followers. So that's a huge potential audience. With podcasts, all you need, I have one like 6-7 minute podcast, and you immediately get sponsored by Anchor app. Just download it. It's free. You would come to my site, and I have to do a disclaimer right here. I got hacked, conned, swindled, whatever, abused, everything possible. The beginning of February by a piece of shit woman named Lori London, and her Twitter account is @Rangerette. She is a horrible animal who was destitute. She didn't have rent money. She didn't have food money. She didn't have dog food money. She didn't have anything. She's whiny, complaining, whatever. And I barely, knew her, but I'm like so excited and so proud and happy about my thing. And it's about trying to help people like her. So I offered to pay her rent, and I probably ended up paying about $800. Prepaid it for February if she would help me with some administrative stuff, like doing some posts and fixing I had a big password problem. And instead of just doing what we agreed to do, she decided it was a good chance for her to try to, be an ambulance chaser. You know what? I don't even give her any. It's just silly. She doesn't even deserve a thought. I wouldn't think twice about her. I was just being kind to her. But she had me arrested. She deleted my entire oursharespace.com, my $7,000 website, web community. She deleted it. She deleted my business Instagram. She might have deleted my business Facebook. She's done so much harm. She deleted almost 4,000 videos and pictures of my late son and my children and stuff. She's just a cruel monster. I have never met somebody so psychotic in my life. She's jealous. She's ugly. I see no place for her. I don't know what. She's definitely not welcome in my world. Luckily, she's a moron, and I have a mountain of evidence against her. But I need, I have been going through my money, building and doing all this, and then her and my landlord, he's part of it. He's part of the con, or he's just a complete moron. One or the other. Either way, there's no excuse. Have ripped me off. He still hasn't paid me back. I prepaid him 2 months of rent. He still hasn't paid me back. So, what a piece of shit. I had to move into one of these weekly things. I was evicted when I came from the jail, which was another thing where I was brutalized. That's a whole nother story. And anyway, it's $400 a week and then $300. So it's like $1,300 a month, which I can't afford. I'll go through my money way too fast. So I did put up a fundraiser on my Facebook page. I'm Kimberly Coon, oursharespace.com. But I think it's Facebook. Gosh, Facebook. I should know this. I think it's, so you have to go just say Kimberly Coon. Just go Kimberly. Let's do that. Facebook, Kimberly Coon. And Kimberly Coon Facebook account. And if you could, please, if you can donate, I would love it. If you could volunteer, I need help re-putting up, reattaching my site to my, URL. And I need help. I need legal advice, and I need rent and I need food and, so also she stole my #1 podcast. It's out there playing across 10 platforms. And all you need is, like I said, 1,000 views to get like $50, 50 times 10, $500. Where's that money going? It's not going to my account. She got in when I was out of town, when she was supposed to be doing administrative stuff. She deleted all that stuff. And what did she do with my, podcasting by dummies? It's Anchor. It's Anchor. Let me put this on again. It's Anchor.fm/Kimberly. I believe the slowest typer. Isn't that funny? 2. That's the main thing, So it's missing. It's out there playing everywhere, but it's not connected to my bank account, to my Stripe account. It's not connected to my Anchor dashboard. And Anchor and Stripe, if anybody works for them or knows anything, they need to get off their asses and quit FAQSing me and figure this out, because this is complete fraud. Is it bad? I don't even know what it is. It's definitely robbery and Stripe. And if you want me to do your big podcasting community, you want me to go and go to bat for you, this is the time when you two need to go to bat for me. So I'm going to put that up, because that's unbelievable. If it can happen to me by some idiot, it happened to you, I mean, I hope she has it connected to her bank account, if she has one. I hope. I pray, because then she'll go to prison for a long time. It'll be fabulous. But just a place. She can hang out with everybody just like her. And they can compare notes about what pieces of crap they are. Fix my... So it's been okay. Anyway, that's about it. I got to do some laundry. Wow. We've been talking a long time. I'm going to put this up and I'll send it out. And I am wearing a shirt. Ta-da! But thank you for listening. I'm just trying to be coherent because I get so excited about this stuff that people get overwhelmed. So I hope it made sense what I said. I did my best. Like I said, I can't. I'm a genius. What are you gonna do? It's the way I am. Okay, I'm proud of myself. I think I did a good job. I don't think I didn't lose it. Yeah, good. Okay, thank you all for joining me. And So my last things I'm going to say is this: please, my podcast, please listen and share. Everything is listen and share. Okay, or share the message. If you want help to connect, that's how we're going to grow exponentially, by sharing our viewerships. Okay. Hello? That's what I thought. Okay. And then my podcasts are podcasting. By dummies. That might be my late one. I don't know. I have one called, hold on. Disaster. I think I'm clever. Podcaster 2 master. But she keeps screwing with these, or I don't know if she still is, or I'm just finding these things out. It's just like, wow, she really couldn't just like post a couple posts. Instead, she just had to go and just try to destroy my whole world. What is wrong with her? She must really be jealous of me. I don't know. That's a sick person, an ugly person. Okay. And we have, a new one. Again, I think I'm so clever. It's called Dirty Minds. No, get this, brainwashing. I think that's funny. And won't let me do it anymore. Wait, what? Let me finish. I was just saying, what? No brainwashing. Here, I'm going to put those out. You can always get me at the 217 one, though, for sure. That one for sure works. Listen and share, listen and share, listen and share. And I will be more than happy to, I got to get my site up fast. But to help you get started, help you find your comfort zone and get you set up so you know how to do it. I will be more than happy. And then when I show you, obviously, our thing is to share your knowledge to other people, because I can't possibly do thousands of them myself. But all of us together, working together, it's exponentially going to grow. So why wouldn't you help, right? And if you don't want to help, then you don't belong there. Simple as that. We haven't. Oh, I know. I have a new one coming out. Cheer up. I think it's nice advice from cheerleaders. And it's about, it's like a a Dear Abby kind of thing. Because our message is always, elevate with integrity. So if people, like if I said, oh my gosh, all this happened to me, they would help me through it kindly, So that's that one. And then the last one, oh shit, no, there's more. I gotta have to. Buy coconut water. I'm your Huckleberry. They're going to sponsor me. They don't know it yet, but they are. Okay. Again, sorry, children here. This one is about relationships. And I like rhyming, obviously. Excuse me. And oops, that's a 7. And this is from a woman's point of view, not a guy's, the woman's. We're going to tell you how to get. I could have said it nicer. How to make love. Whatever. Anyway, so there's that one. And then anything else, anybody? My Instagram account, IG, is Kimberly LV. I have to say, everybody at LV Delivery Wars, you guys rock. I have never had such loyal people in my life because I'm the queen of forgetting passwords. And they don't care. Okay. And then my Twitter is LV. I don't even know what I just did. Oh. Is my Twitter. And I'm finally building my Twitter account up using Periscope, of all things. So thank you, Twitter. I also have in there, I think it's just says literally, because I was so tired I couldn't finish the sentence or something. Podcaster 2. I'm not even joking. But my point was this, to get as much content as possible. So, and I have more stuff, but just Kimberly Coon and our share space, and you get it. Can you believe I did Podcaster 2? That's hilarious. Okay. All right. Well, that is where we're at now. And till next time. Very nice chatting with you all. Bye-bye. What happened? It says, oh, are you ready to? Yeah, I'm ready.